It's Vablonsky. Hello again. One of the great things about eating in Chinatown in New York City is the convenience. And you have the option of sit-down restaurants, takeout shops, and yes, street vendors. Right now, I'm visiting one of Chinatown's most beloved street vendors, the Skewer cart on Grand Street. The sight of smoke and the smell of aromatic charcoal will draw you in. Join me as I order a bunch of skewers to try. It's going to be delicious on today's episode. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me again. I'm in Chinatown, Manhattan, right off of Grand Street at the intersection of Christie Street. And at this bustling, very vibrant intersection, there is a husband and wife team that runs a skewer cart. I like to call it a skewer cart. They don't have a brand necessarily. They don't have branding. They don't have a name. I mean, it's just a cart if you look at it. And these skewer carts, these vending carts that sell, charcoal grilled skewers are, very popular in the Chinese communities all over New York City. I mean, if you go to Queens, there are various skewer vendors, in Flushing and Elmhurst, places like that where the Chinese community is very well established. And in Manhattan here in Chinatown, I believe this might be the only skewer cart. I could be wrong, but this is a very prominent one, probably the most popular one. And I have been here many times on various occasions over the years. I don't know exactly how long they've been there, but you just show up at around 5:30 when they set up and you're good to go as a customer. They have a long list of proteins and various non-proteins, as it were. I think mushroom selections of various kinds, and you can order off the menu. It's all listed there very clearly. And I got a few, everything's on a stick, on a skewer, obviously, and they shove it in a little bag for you. I got a whole bunch of them. I kind of ordered ad-libbed on the spot, as the husband of the husband and wife team asked me what I wanted. Okay, I'm just going to randomly start pulling them out of the bag here. Oh, here's the first one. I believe this is the beef skewer. Has a nice reddish brown color. I think depending on the protein, depending on the selection, the smoke from the charcoal, I'm guessing, probably interacts differently with each protein. So I say that because you can taste the smoke in the beef. It's a fainter kind of interaction. So I'm gonna be interested to see how the smoke interacts with each protein. This is good. Yeah. I would say on a scale of 1 to 10, maybe the smoke interaction's around a 4, maybe. Here's the next random selection. I think, these are the scallops. As I turn the scallops around, you can see, the charring on one side is particularly pronounced. Wow. Ooh, nice and crisp. That this side of it is particularly grilled and nice and toasty. Wow. I'm trying to decipher if that's 100% scallop meat or if it's some sort of imitation scallop. Yeah, I'm thinking it's imitation scallop. It doesn't have the true texture of a mollusk. It tastes more. It's leaning toward more of the imitation seafood kind of meat. If you know what I'm talking about, like popularly you have the imitation crab, but it's good. Wow. There's a kind of bounciness. It doesn't have that kind of muscular singularity that you would get from an actual, scallop. But it's good, and it has a kind of residual baconiness. In fact, this last piece has the most bacon on it. So the smokiness from the bacon interacts with the smokiness from the grill that kind of penetrates the imitation scallop meat. And I would say, I've never had imitation scallop before. Well, no, or maybe I have, but it has a kind of very close approximation. Sometimes, the approximation might be kind of off the mark. This is a very close approximation. Okay, let me pull the next random stick out. This might be the lamb, I think. Yeah, it looks like the lamb. Yeah, that's a lamb. Wow. There's a really nice, very prominent lamb flavor. Not gamey, but it's just really lamby. Very lamb-esque. Of course it is, because it's lamb. Ooh, ooh. I can taste the spiciness coming off the meat. You can get the lamb spicy or not spicy. I think they sprinkle some sort of chili powder over it if you ask for spicy. Interestingly, you can't even see it. Usually you can see the little flakes resting on top of the meat, but it may have just melted into the meat. The lamb meat is intermittently fatty and intermittently, well, not even intermittently, it's just smoky. It really is. Lamb meat has a way of interacting with the grill to really become something very, very smoky, very delicious. Lamb skewer, very good. The fatty bits are particularly good. Wow. Okay, next up, I pulled this skewer out. I believe this is the king oyster mushroom. I did order that. I think this is what this stick is. Let me try it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The king oyster mushroom, and they cut it very thinly into these little geometric planks. Very tender mushroom flesh. And you get a hint of smoke, not as much as with the lamb, for example. So it's interesting how each element, dances and partners with the smoke. Wow, very nice. And it's good to have a non-protein item, a non-protein or non-meat selection, as it were, with the meats selections to kind of break up the routine, or to give some variation to your little skewer meal. I'm going to randomly take out the next one and show it to you. Ooh, it's nice and charred, nice and grilled looking. It's the chicken, I think. Yeah, it's the chicken skewer. Wow, I think it's dark meat, probably thigh meat. It tastes like it's brined. It's very, very tender and very moist. And the chicken flesh interacts very nicely with the smoke. And again, it tastes brine. So there's a kind of there's a background layer of saltiness, savoriness that's present underneath the smokiness. Oh. There's a nice charring too. So in addition to that kind of savory brininess and the smoke, there's a nice charred effect to this chicken meat that I didn't get necessarily with the other ones I had earlier. Wow, it's very nice. Oh wow. It looks almost translucent, but but it's not. It's not scallops. I did have scallop, or the imitation scallop, earlier. This is beef tendon. I ordered beef tendon, and look, it's nicely cut into like circular shapes, and it's kind of golden and kind of almost translucent and kind of glistening. Oh, wow. That is nice. Wow. It has the give and take of beef tendon, all right. Kind of that muscular, gelatinous texture that you associate with tendons. Wow, that's good. That's really good. Grilled tendons. Wow. That's really good. And it interacts really nicely with the smoke. The smoke kind of, penetrates the surface and gives it some flavor, because mostly with beef tendon, you're dealing with texture. Wow. Simultaneously firm and soft as tendon is, and there's a nice crispness to it in that kind of charred way. Wow, that's nice. Wow. Okay, that was a quick selection of skewers. Some of the best skewers from the skewer cart, from the skewer guy, or maybe I should say the skewer couple, the husband and wife team. Well, I'm assuming it's a husband and wife team, from the skewer cart on Grand Street at the intersection of Christie Street, on a very bustling and vibrant and very active corner in New York City, in Manhattan. And I want to thank you for joining me and staying all the way to the end of the episode. Please give this a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Please leave me a comment. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already. I would appreciate that. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.